Good afternoon, guys. I'm Chris Gonzalez.
And I'm Anthony Coleman.
And thank you guys for tuning in to myGSPN's playoff preview. We're going to be breaking down the 2020 basketball playoffs.
And as you guys know, the show is brought to you by GardenGocher.com and AMP Sports Performance.
That's right, Anthony. And we have a very exciting show for the people today, highlighting 1A through 6A in the boys basketball playoff system here. But before we get into the action, I want you guys to go ahead and make sure that you are following us along on all of our social media platforms to stay up to date with everything that we have going on here in the hottest coverage in high school sports. And as you guys can see, we are dressed for the occasion today, talking about a little playoff preview, baby. But Anthony, let's go ahead and get things started. Let's talk about some 1A. I see you got some stats here about Wildwood, man.
Yeah, Wildwood has been one of the top teams in 1A, let alone the whole state all year, and they are led by Ole Miss commit Marcus Nyblack. Marcus led the Wildcats to the state championship last year, but lost by just 2 points in overtime to Madison County. Now, Madison County has been looking great so far this year again, and they come in at 20-5. The Cowboys have really been on fire to start the postseason, defeating the last 3 opponents by an average of 26 points. Madison County and Wildwood both have tough games today, but if they win, I can definitely see a rematch between Wildwood and Madison County for the 1A state championship. Let's see if they can survive the tough test that they have tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I would love to see those two teams battle it out. Last year at the state championship game, that game was absolutely insane, and it was such a heartbreak to see it finish off the way that it did.
Yeah.
Pretty poor officiating, in my personal opinion. Kind of cheated out Wildwood out of an opportunity to really compete for the state title game, because they probably could have went into double overtime at that point.
Oh yeah, it could have went either way
if it wasn't for that. But Madison County did get the state title last year, and it's going to be very exciting if these two teams, like you said, can go ahead and face that rematch this year.
For sure.
2A, we're looking tonight at Orlando Christian Prep taking on Mt Dora Christian Academy. Now, Mt Dora Christian Academy actually just fell to Central Florida Christian Academy in their first loss of the season. CFCA is going to be taking on Lake Mary Prep, and Schoolhouse Prep is going to be taking on Lake Worth Christian. Now, OCP, coming in with a 25-2 record, is ranked number 1 in Class 2A, and after destroying the First Academy by, get this, Anthony, 51 points in the first round, OCP is easily one of the favorites to win the state championship this year. North Florida Educational Institute and Schoolhouse Prep are also 2 favorites to win it all. And let's not forget Lake Mary Prep and last year's state champions, Central Florida Christian Academy, who will be facing off tonight. So that's definitely going to be one of the top games to look out for.
Man, it's going to be a lot of great action starting that 2A, especially with tonight with Lake Mary Prep and CFCA.
Right.
I have CFCA being the defending champions, one of the sleepers to come out of there and possibly take it, maybe get the stage or get back to the Final Four.
Right,
last year.
absolutely, because Riley Kugel and Nick Silva have been playing absolutely lights out for the team.
Out, man.
And Jordan Priester's little brother, Juwan Priester, from last year, one of their top players in the state championship team last year as well. So CFCA, I really think that they could go ahead and make it back, possibly repeat this year.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see tonight.
We shall see.
Now let's jump over to 3A with Santa Fe Catholic, who leads the way with the number 1 overall seed, and they have one of the best records in the state at 26-2, and they are led by seniors Javon Bell and the high flyer Joe Stubbs.
Joe Stubbs, my man.
Now we also have Westminster Academy. Now Westminster Academy is also a favorite to win the state championship, seeing how they won the last 3A state championships. It's going to be pretty interesting to see their run for their 4th state championship with a whole new class and without professional scorer, Gonzo, one of your favorite players, man.
Chase Johnson, man. My boy's been out there at Stetson right now doing this thing. I caught up with him at the Montford Academy Invitational earlier this year. He told me he's been doing pretty well, so it was good seeing him there. But that's going to be a big loss for Westminster.
Oh, yeah, huge,
He's
man,
a walking 30-piece pretty much, but we got a chance to see Westminster at the Mate this year, and they still look pretty solid, man. It's going to be interesting to see what they can cook up this year for sure.
Oh, yeah, so they have a pretty good team, so see if they can make another deep push. Another good team over there in 3A, Masters Academy, who I see as another good sleeper.
Masters Academy, brand new team, man, and they were killing it last time we were able to see them play as well.
Oh yeah, they actually won the bracket in the Mount Verde Academy tournament too, so they've been doing really good, but they have a really, really tough test tonight against Wyndemere Prep, who's also been playing great, so I see whoever the winner of that could be making some noise.
Right, absolutely. Now, Masters Academy, again, they're doing absolutely insane, but Wyndemere Prep is one of those teams that you really, really got to watch out for. They have a lot of size, and they have a great system that they run over there too.
Yeah, they're huge.
We got a chance to see them earlier this year against Lake Mineola, and they absolutely drug them.
Yeah.
So,
So definitely two of the top teams coming up. So
absolutely.
Great game.
Shout out there, man. Take a look at 4A. We have Tampa Catholic coming in at the #1 seed in 4A, but a few teams are going to be looking to make a serious run at the state championship, including Paxton, who made some big noise over at that Sunbash tournament earlier this year. They are led by UCF commit Isaiah Adams, an absolute dog. You also have Lake Highland Prep, who's led by Victor Brown Jr., the 2020 FHSAA 4A District Player of the Year for the third straight year, and the defending 5A state champions, University Sharks, and the defending 6A champions, the Stranahan Mighty Dragons. Let's not forget Lakewood and Villages Charter. My goodness,
nice
4A is going to be one of the hardest classes to get through, one of the most competitive.
Yes,
Dude, the reclassifications have been insane this year, especially with the new scoring system too. Dude,
definitely stacked 4A with two of the two defending state championships, state champions in there. Lakewood was in the state champion push last year, and the Villages too. So a lot of teams who are in the Final Four or even made the state championship are going to be back again, all in 4A. I can't wait to see who makes the push out of there.
Freaking crazy, my guy. That is going to be absolutely crazy. Anthony, 5A, we have Pembroke Pines Charter. They are the #1 ranked team, but comes in as the 5 seed. They have a very tough game tonight in the #1 seed in Region 4, the Northeast Hurricanes. I'm expecting them to go ahead and pull that win out in that game. Clearwater and Choctaw are two other teams that are favorited to possibly win the championship, but look out for Leesburg, Jones, and Land O'Lakes to surprise a few teams as well. The matchup between Mackay Perry from Land O'Lakes and Shakur Petit from Jones is going to be probably one of the best player matchups of this round, and I cannot wait to see who comes up on top.
Yeah, I was looking at a lot of the team matchups are going to be, of course, a lot of the teams playing, but Shakur has really been doing a lot of things this year, a lot of things, leading Jones, and then Mackay for Land O'Lakes. Two very good crafty guards, knows how to go in, get buckets, and then spread the ball around to the other teammates. So I can't wait for that matchup. That's going to be two of the best players.
I really like the transition from Shakur. Last year he was with Edgewater. This year he's with Jones. And I feel like the system has kind of been fitting him a little bit better at Jones. He's been able to facilitate a little bit more and kind of take control of the game when he needs to. And, you know, as we've seen, when he does that, it's very successful. So
yes, it's been really
very,
good to see.
very good. And finally, Anthony, 6A, man.
In 6A, Bartow is, of course, the #1 ranked team in 6A with an incredible 26-1 record so far this year. East Lake is led by one of the top players in the state, Deontay Blanche, who is one of the top candidates to win Mr. Basketball this season, the best basketball player in Florida. And let's not sleep on Fort Myers either, with Javon McCollum running the point, and football star big man Caden Baker, who's committed to UNC.
Yeah, man, big Caden Baker. We had a chance to see a lot of these teams play at the Prep Hoop Sunbash. I'm liking the way that East Lake looks this year, man. They have the big three, those three scorers that can put up however many points they really want to per game, man. But East Lake is going to be tough to beat in that one. But you do got to watch out for Fort Myers as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure, too. I think they have more of an overall team. Like I said, East Lake's big three is really something to mess with, especially with Deontay, possibly one of the best players in the state, leading all three of them, too. They have a lot of three-point shooters, so expect a lot of shots, a lot of buckets, especially from Deontay. I think they'll probably make a deep push. I don't want to say win state, but with Fort Myers and the other teams we have, Bartow, who's really surprised a lot of teams as a #1 team. It's going to be interesting for 6A to see who comes out of there, too.
It's going to be interesting for all of these classes. And now this is the regional semifinals. So after this, regional championships, and then we're moving on to Lakeland for the Final Four and the state title games. Now, guys, stay tuned on our social medias for more updates of the 2020 basketball playoff brackets. But that has been our show for today. We would like to thank our sponsors, GardenGrocer.com. If you're staying in the Orlando area at one of the Disney resorts, go ahead and place an order for groceries to be delivered to your room at the time of check-in. Save money and time by shopping with GardenGrocer.com. And not to forget, UDiscover Florida. If you're looking for a restaurant, hotel, or just for something to do for fun this weekend, go ahead and give them a look on Instagram at UDiscover Florida. And once again, guys, I'm Chris Gonzalez.
And I'm Anthony Coleman.
And thank you guys for tuning back in to myGSPN's playoff preview. As always, you guys know it's your sports, all you, all the time.